Hey everyone, this is Seong-ah Gamer, and this is obviously WhiteDay, a Labyrinth named school. Now, for those who have either looked it up on my channel or found me through, as I found a few people have, or just saw it, back in 2011 we had started a Let's Play of WhiteDay. That was back in February, March 2011, something like that. I had actually found this game originally back in 2010, late 2010. A friend had picked it up for me from, I guess it was a little pawn shop. There's a few nice pawn shops in the city that I live in that serve games, and somehow I guess this Korean horror game found itself in the collection there. And she knew I had an interest in horror games, so she bought. I was like, "Hey Ryan, you should try this game." And I was like, "I've never even heard of it." But when I played it, I found it to be one of the scariest games I had ever played. I never beat it. In fact, to be honest, I never got very far. I kind of wimped out at the time, and I played it once more a bit later after that, but, you know. And when I was serious to try and complete the game, unfortunately the computer had stopped working on my computer. For some reason the game no longer sensitized a graphics card and would never launch because it was like, "Sorry sir, you don't have any graphics." I'm like, pfft. But hey. Recently we got a new hard drive. One of the first things I wanted to test was to see if WhiteDay was working again, and lo and behold it is! So here we are. My goal is to beat it tonight. So yeah. I think this game is way ahead of its time. For the beginning of the game, I'm not going to be blind, because I played the beginning of the game a couple times before. Given that that was years ago, literally years ago, when I first played this game, it was over, like, almost, oh, that was almost 5 years ago. Wow, time flies. Anyways, though, but I still remember it, mostly. Unfortunately, I really didn't get very far, to be quite honest. I think I only slightly got past the first real supernatural element of the game, or maybe second supernatural element. Yeah. We're gonna get started, enough of me blabbing about it. New game. Now, here's something which I'm gonna say. Whilst I am tempted to go on a higher difficulty, originally when this game was released, there was only the first 3 difficulties available, and you had to unlock these 2 difficulties. But I'm actually not going to do either of these difficulties right now. I'm going to be doing normal. I'll save these for another time, and here's part of the reason for it. Well, the reason why is because hard and real difficulties are timed. If you want to complete the game, you have to complete for a certain period of time, and you cannot save your game at all. So, yeah. We're going to be going with normal then. These are really difficulties that were originally supposed to be unlockable, and while they have their own challenges and certain things unique to them, because they go under a time limit to complete them, and because you can't save your game in these difficulties, you have to do it without dying, I'm just going to go with normal difficulty for now. So, yeah, we'll try hard and real at some other point in time, but for now, normal. Let's do this. As steady. Now, actually, fun fact, the original Let's Play, for those who've been watching this for a while, you know, I usually go with this They Game-aru if they ask me for a first and last name. However, though, they actually originate from this game. The more you know. Anyways, let's continue and let's do this. And here we are, into the school. So, WhiteDay has a reputation among horror fans, in the big part because I really agree with them, is that this is supposed to be one of the scariest games of all time. It's a bit of a slow build-up, and of course there's a Korean-only PC game. It was supposed to get English release in 2004, but the company that made the game went under. There's actually a mobile version of this game as well. There's also, unfortunately, cut features. One of the more interesting cut features was that there was originally supposed to be multiplayer in the game. There's multiplayer files in the game's files, but nothing that you can get running unless you did some really, really heavy work on it, which no one has, because the files are very cryptic. It's an old Korean PC game, so the files are really cryptic. Anyways, here we are into the world of WhiteDay. Basically the school that we're going to be enjoying our night in. Actually, let's see if I can interact with this there. Part of this, and this seems familiar in this day and age, but this game was really ahead of its time in this stance. This is kind of a physics-based first-person horror game where you're completely defenseless and you have to go around doing various things and avoiding various stalkers. That is a bit more commonplace today, but back here, it was revolutionary. There wasn't quite a game like how this game handles it. And many people, myself included, are convinced that Frictional probably took some inspiration from this game. You'll see a few noticeable similar things as the game goes on. But this game was originally released in 2000 in Korea, and 2001 for the full version, because the original version was called something else, but yeah. There's my rundown. Now let's actually get into this. Now I should mention this is mostly a blind Let's Play, because I only got to a certain point, but here it's not blind for me at all. I know this part very well. Yeah. I think we're good to go, which means let's get exploring. I'm also going to warn, I'm going to be taking my time with this game because I've been meaning to enjoy this game all the way through for a while. It's a wire net blocking the vents. We'll have to get to that eventually because it's too high to reach. You are correct. Let's see if we can open up a few of the doors. Sit down in these squat down toilets and all that fun stuff. Now, back when I played it, I thought this was one of the scariest games I've ever played. And to mention something, this game has randomized scares, I should mention, right now. So some scares only happen between different playthroughs. So there's obviously a shiny right here, which I'm going to go pick up. It's a coin. There you go. It's a coin worth 500 won. You can use it to buy some items at a vending machine. Cool. Actually, I should probably look at my diary and all that a bit later. For the moment, I'm glancing around as is. Nothing we can do with that wrench? I think it's supposed to be a wrench. Or maybe it's just a plunger here. I could leave all the doors open, but I'm unfortunate. This door just wide open. It's not all these door creaking sounds. Well, nothing else in the bathroom besides that coin, so let's take it to good use here. I don't think that locker has anything, so I'm gonna run over here and start up my job. Hey, this door's open. If you notice, there's some people over there. We're not gonna interact with them yet, though. I want to see what this is. It's a note. Building equipment. Condition of the main building, 9th March. There is a steam leakage in the extractor fans located inside the vents that connects the girls' bathroom and the machine room. Oh yeah, that was the girls' bathroom, wasn't it? The valves inside the vents will need to be tightened to stop the flow of steam. You know, it's probably not a good thing if you put my character's actions so far into consideration that the first thing he did was sneak and break into the school at night, and the first thing he does as soon as he breaks into the school is enter inside the women's bathroom. I'm not trying to say what type of character our main character here is, or I am. I wasn't really thinking about it, but now that this note brings it to attention, that's a little bit weird, sir. Just a little bit weird. We will begin placing the fluorescent lights in the hallway in front of the home economics room tomorrow morning. Alright. There's also, obviously, a classroom here. Now, where's a light switch? There's a light switch. It's glowing red, so you can tell. And here we are. There's a few shinies. There's a note right there I'm gonna read. It's a note. Kim Beyond Tai. The garden rake has been confiscated. I cannot say that word for the life of me. By Hack Jew, a student Dean. I can't rake the school grounds anymore because of you. What's worse, all the trees have died because you didn't water them last week. Sir, first of all, you could probably get a new rake. Rakes aren't entirely too expensive. Second of all, the trees would not die from a week of not being watered. Trees are pretty sustainable. Now, some plants would die without being watered for a week, but trees, they're pretty good at retaining water. They can go way longer than a week without having any recent water. I'm just saying there's probably something else up here, sir. Alright. I'll make you regret your selfishness tomorrow. If you've the spirit, go to the safe in the PE storage room and get my rake back. I overheard from the students that Hak-ju has a very bad memory, so he remembers the combination lock for the safe using the numbers of balls in each basket. That's obviously related to a puzzle later, but nothing to do with us right now. Is that light over there? I don't know, it's just part of the sill here. There's this. Yep, it's another note. So many notes here in this game area. School Ghost Stories 4. So there's different types of notes we can pick up. This is obviously a school ghost story. I guess would that be in collectibles? No, that'd be in my diary. Let me go look at that. Or wait, I accidentally pressed how much didn't mean to press. Give me 1 second. You guys could probably see me moving around. I accidentally told my... Oh no. Not what I meant to do. Let me explain my situation. There we go, I fixed it. I accidentally did that. Now let's go to my diary. School ghost stories. The woman in the closet. Some time ago, rumors spread about a face that could be seen coming out from some walls of the main building's corridors. Whether this was true or not, the principal and several other teachers tried to prove them wrong and reassure them, but the story stubbornly refused to be forgotten. Some students claim that the school was once used as a torture building for prisoners during the Japanese occupation of Korea. They say that one of the prisoners was a woman who had refused to give away the location of her husband, who was fled the region to avoid conscription. She was tortured again and again, but each time she refused to talk. When they finally gave up on her, she was left sealed in a closet and forgotten. The closet was so small and compact that she could not sit up or lie down. Crammed into the tiny space without any provisions at all, she eventually died of starvation. She would actually die of thirst, but, whatever. When her body was dug up, her discoverers struggled to fit her stiffened corpse into her coffin. They say she still wanders near the sealed room. Her bent neck were presented to those who are unlucky enough to find her. Yeah. So obviously that creepy ghost story has nothing to do with anything, and we'll never encounter such a being. What are you talking about? And, of course, this is locked. In a good way locked, though. But, so we need to go get ourselves a good old key, which means I think we're finally ready. Actually, is there anything there? Oh, there's actually something here. It's a coin. I will take the coin. There you go. 2 500-yen coins. I'm moving up in the world. And this room, which is locked, won't open. How unfortunate. So now we can actually talk to these two. See what they gotta say. Hey! What's up? Actually, can I first... Nah, that door won't open.
어머, 정말이야? 그렇다니까. 야! 소리 없이 나타나면 놀라잖아. 쟤 얼마 전에 우리 반으로 전학 온 애야. 그럼 이따가 봐. 그래, 나중에 봐. 난 8반 김성아야. 너는?
Now, I know something about WhiteDay Labyrinth Name School. I know that there's multiple endings to this game. I know nothing about the endings, and I don't really care what ending I get, because, whatever, it's blind run. But, so I'm just going to say whatever sounds more interesting to me. It's none of your business. My name is Steady Game Aru. Sure, my name is Steady Game Aru.
재밌는 이름이다. 아, 미안. 그런데 이 시간에 학교에는 무슨 일이야?
So-yeong's in your class, isn't she? I can't tell you. Now, I'm not sure if I should be trusting this girl or not, but I'll give her my information. Sure, I'm looking for this girl. Totally don't tell her that I'm totally trying to plant chocolates in her desk.
뭐야? 너도 소영이 쫓아다니는 애구나? 하여간 남자애들은 너 전학 온 지 얼마 안 돼서 잘 모르지? 소영이 말이야.
I wonder what I'm supposed to do. So obviously this alarm's going off, so let's pick up a few things. It's a pen. Pen. It's a toolbox. Looks like someone was working here. There's nothing useful here. I'll read this a bit later. go over here and do our work. She really doesn't like the alarm, does she? I think that's all she had to say. Okay, let's work to get the alarm working. Actually, there's something here. It's a pair of wire cutters. I'll tell you that. And now off to be the hero that saves the day. It's a ladder. Come with me, my ladder. We got things to do. Excuse me. Move this into place. That'll be good. Now let's go up here. It's impossible to move by hand. You need a tool. Well, guess what? I have just that. Wire cutters. Let's use them. The wire net has been removed. Means now we can enter inside the vents and yeah. Time to do our dirty work. You know, just somebody beating up another guy to death while children giggle. Nothing suspicious there. Obviously the vents those are blocking our way, so let's roll. Alright, gotta turn off the valve so we can continue on. It's a valve. This might be connected to the steam leakage. Of course we'll turn it. Go over here. I was really hoping... Oh, wait, did I go the wrong way? No, I didn't go the wrong way. I was really hoping we get one of the randomized scares. When I first played this, a cat jumped at me while I was inside the vents. Didn't happen this time, though. As I mentioned before, this game has some randomized scares that can happen. I know I experienced one of them last time where a cat jumped at me when I was working through these vents, so yeah. Going on from there. Let's go over back here. It's the machine room. The wire net has been removed. Yep. Can't see it properly, it's too dark. Not an odd room, what are you talking about? The alarm says there's an intruder in the school. Can't stop it until I stop this power supply. Fire alarm is ringing. You'll have to find the power supply to operate this. Warning. The alarm's only activated in emergency situations. To stop it, the alarm must be switched off using the switchboard to the right. It's the machine room switchboard. There we go. Obviously, turning the power off in the school is a good idea. And suddenly, this room has returned to normal. Warning. That's, of course, all stuff that we read before. Now, power's all switched off. Wonder what was going on there. A few things to get here. It's a key. We get a key, home economics room key. It's the key to the home economics room. And this. It's an amulet. Metal amulet. An amulet with mysterious properties. Well, there you go. Now we can enjoy the ambience of the school. And turn off the lights because we're a creep. It's locked. Guessing the key's not gonna work here. We could probably open it, but I recall something. It's a big box. Move it out of the way. Ta-da! Here we are, home economics room. There's also a note here for us to read. It's a note. Actually, I need to read the previous note as well. I think it was this. The main building's first floor needs some lighting work. Oddly enough, the switchboard wires in the machine room are tangled up, so we need to strip a lot of the floorboards and wall sheets back. If this work is needed, then the extractor fan connected to the machine room, home economics room, and the girls' bathroom will need to be removed. Running. Jogging regularly improves your endurance and reduces your resting time. It is a simple, convenient, and effective exercise to keeping healthy. However, you must be careful when you try to push past your limit. If you ever have stiffened breath or feel dizzy, you should rest a while before running again. So basically, it's saying that the more we run, the more our character is going to get his stamina up, but to be wary that we shouldn't push ourselves too far past our limit. Makes sense? I think it makes sense. There is also a pen here. It's a pen. Now, pens are, I should mention this, like ink ribbons in the Resident Evil series. I forgot you can even move around objects when you're looking at them. I did that with a few of the items, shouldn't I? Look at that coin. But pens are like ink ribbons in the Resident Evil games. You can save when you have a pen at certain locations. If you don't have a pen, then you're not going to be able to save. And in the harder difficulties, there is no pen. There's actually an item up there that I'm paying attention. It's a lunchbox. Lunchbox. Eating it will recover a lot of your health. So there you go. It's a healing item. We eat ramen all day to recover our whatever. So there you go. The mechanics of the world all coming into play. Well, I think we're good to go. Do we use keys automatically? I don't think we do. This game is very picky with how you use things. I remember that, definitely. So let's get our equipment, general. We can look at this key. See, it's a nice key. This talisman we picked up, which is more than a little odd. WhiteDay candy. The WhiteDay candy I want to give to So-yeong. Look at this candy. He's prepared a little bear bag on it. So-yeong's diary. So-yeong left it on the bench before school. I need to return it. Can we read it? I want to read it. I want to read it. Okay, no. Okay, I guess we're not going to be able to read her diary. Oh, wait. Yeah, I forgot I was supposed to be pulling out the key. There we go. The door's unlocked. There you go.
이 학교는 도대체 제대로 된 게 없어. 그런데 무슨 할 말 있어?
The machine room looks strange. It looks strange to me. Tell me more about So-yeong. The machine room does look strange to me. You know what? Fuck So-yeong. I don't have feelings for her. My character does. Tell me why the fuck the room's all weird. Or do you know?
이 건물이 낡아서 그래. 6.25 때 병원으로 쓰던 건물이래. 그런데 너 여기 계속 있을 거야? 쓸데없이 돌아다니지 마. 10시에 문을 모두 잠그거든. 이젠 들어오지도 나가지도 못해.
The school locks at 10 p.m. That's much later than most schools, to be fair, but for it to completely lock down is a little bit odd. How do I get out? What are you going to do? Yeah, what is she gonna do?
난 여기 있을 거야. 우리 그이 올 때까지. 농담이야. 여기 열쇠 줄 테니까 이걸로 저 복도 지나서 강당으로 가.
There we go. Got a key. It's locked. Let's go talk to her. Hi, Missy. Staring off. Where's her conversation box? Can I not talk to her? I guess not. I swear to God I've talked to her as soon as the scene was over. No, I'm not having a conversation box pop up though, so I guess not. I guess I'm just imagining things. Well, we got a key at the very least. Let's see. Oh, wait, actually, is the other girl still here? She was hiding back here originally, wasn't she? Maybe she's better now. Or she disappeared without a trace. Now, you can actually use coins inside vending machines. The advantage to that is they can get healing items based on whatever. And, yeah, it's a kind of cool mechanic. Get coins, they can purchase healing items. But I'm going to hold out my coins for a little bit. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Of course, let's ignore the fact, oh, it's locked. It's not. It's locked open. Okay, that works for me. Now, use the key. The door's unlocked. There you go. And unlocked, which means we can go on. Welcome to the deeper parts of the school. It's locked from the other side. I'm gonna try every fucking door until eventually I find one I can open. I can see stuff in the meantime. It's a picture of a girl holding a dog. It is, isn't it? Well, there you go. It's a watercolor painting of a sports shoes and an apple. Oh my. Will this open? It's locked. However, that lock implies it can't be opened. Do I have a... I don't have any more keys. That's unfortunate. But if I find a key, maybe I can open it. Something to think about. It's locked into the side. Oh well. Here we have this. It's a picture of a robot and a boy. It's a picture of winter trees. This one looks like it's locked too. It's locked. Alright, you open? Of course it's locked from the other side. We're just gonna kick this over because we're a jerk. It's a picture of a dragon. Nice dragon. Can't tell what this one is in the dark. It's an oil painting. Doesn't tell me what it's an oil painting of, but it's an oil painting. And now we know.
늦은 시간인데 학교엔 무슨 일이야?
I just happened to be walking by. Don't worry about it. I just happened to be walking by.
나한테 얘기하면 안 되는 거야?
It's hard to explain. What do you want to know? It's hard to explain.
혹시 사탕 놓으러 학교 온 거니? 설마 요즘에 그런 걸 할 애들은 별로 없지. 넌 좀 얌전해 보이는데. 너 나랑 같은 반인데 전화 가서 아직 적응이 안 되지? 조용히 너 혼자 있을 때가 많은 것 같아.
I just don't have any friends yet. It's true. I like to be alone. I don't have any friends.
아참, 너 소영이 알지? 낮부터 너 찾던데. 둘이 무슨 일 있어?
Of course, I'm her boyfriend. No, there's nothing between us. I don't even know who she is.
거짓말 마. 소영이도 지금 여기 있을걸? 그럼 나 먼저 간다.
You know, it's actually ironic that Amnesia was brought up, because I'm convinced that Frictional Games have played this game before Amnesia, its development, and we're kind of inspired by it. Now, let's go around. Got a few things to look at the very least. What is that? I'm trying to take a solid look. It's a box of matches. Oh boy, can be used with F when equipped. Light spice shrines for a limited amount of time, but we probably should save our matches, you'd think. It's a photocopier. If we need to photocopy something, we'll recall that that's there. All these seem to be locked besides that. I'm not gonna light any matches, it's too risky. Look how I think they're limited? Let me look at my item inventory and see what I can see. It doesn't say that's limited, but I feel like it would be, so I'm gonna be a little bit wary. Sure is dark in here. Let's turn the lights on. Solid look about. Oh, something right here. It's a compass. You got a compass. You know, I recall there being a note in this room and a creepy scene happening. I wonder if that's because I was playing on a higher difficulty, or I guess it was probably the higher difficulty thing. But then if I go to a higher difficulty, I won't be able to save, though. I'm debating. Debating. Oh no. Completely normal sound that you should hear. I don't think we're alone. Let me glance around. I swear to God there was a note somewhere around here. Oh. There it is. Found it. The impossible maths problem. Na-hai was a very normal and average student, so normal that sometimes she would be bullied and teased for it. Maths was the only subject she was below average in. And though she studied and worked as hard as she could, her grades never improved. Whether she was called into the chalkboard to solve a maths problem, she could never do it, and her bullies in class... It's a power box. The power of this area is on. Well, let's open this for the time being. Now here's the thing, the game doesn't actually pause when you're in your items menu. I should mention that right now. Some time ago, rumors spread about a face that could be seen. I mean, I'm on 11. One day, Na-hai had maths for her last period. Fortunately for her, she got called into the chalkboard to solve a maths problem, as every time before she couldn't solve it. The maths teacher grew impatient and angry with her, so... God fucking dang it. Oh. Okay, yeah, we're just going to ignore that at the moment. Close that for the moment. Hey. You know, just student outfits. Not creepy at all to be displayed like that in the hallway. What are you talking about? Let's roll a little bit deeper into here. The word wood has been carved into the amulet. There is no reaction. Won't open. For here, the word metal has been carved into the amulet. There is no reaction. We need to try our amulets in a second. I'm going to finish reading that fucking note, though. The maths teacher grew impatient and angry with her, so he told her she could not leave school until she had solved the problem. To make matters worse, the bullies walked up to the chalkboard and changed the problem slightly while Na-hai was out of the room. When Na-hai walked back and she became even more confused, upset, and scared. She had heard about the rumors and ghost stories that were told around the school and was growing more and more anxious as it got darker. Suddenly, the back door spun open and her bullies came loudly into the classroom. She was so shocked that she suffered a heart attack and collapsed to the floor. Even in death, she can still be seen up at the chalkboard trying to solve the problem she never finished. Alright, now also to grab our amulet. Alright, general... Metal amulets. Amulet with mysterious properties. Now this is an iron thing, so I'm pretty sure we can use it. Let's try it. Ta-da! This is completed, which means we can enter. And now I would like to save my game fairly soon, if at all possible. So we have to start at the beginning each time. Let's go up a little bit cautiously. We of course can crouch down if we need to be sneaking. Now there is a lot of randomized elements about this game, I should mention. I will see a lot more as it goes on. Jeez, it's dark. I'm probably going to have to light a match soon. You didn't hear any tearing. What are you talking about? Let's go through here. It's locked. How unfortunate. Neglect that. It kind of sounds either like it sounds like scissors to me is what it does. Of course, like a genius, we're gonna sneak into here. Can I light a match? Maybe I need to equip them. Matches. Equip. Alright, at least we got a little bit of a light source. Can we turn the lights on? Okay, put my match out then. Is that a card I can pick up? That's a card I can pick up. It's a notes. Secrets of the Pond. Another ghost story. This school has quite a few ghost stories, doesn't it? There's another pen to save at. Probably going to throw us a lot of pens early on, so we should reserve them for later. Okay. So let's read the note if possible. Okay, here we go. Secrets of the Pond. A small pond could be found between the main building and the gym a long time ago. There was a silly rumor going around that the pond was made from a crater back when the area used to be a refuge camp from the war. Apparently the site was bombed during the Korean War, and a group of soldiers were killed when a bomb hit the tent when they had been resting. That is not the only rumor about the pond. A story goes that if you prepare a love letter for someone, asking them to meet at the pond, you will stay together forever. But if they don't come, the pond will curse you and you will die. When the moon is at its brightest, you can see a figure standing from the hallway window, looking down at the pond. Sometimes she has some sort of connection to the pond itself. No, I'm not going to stick around for that. Glance around. There's a further back room. Sure is dark around here. Is there any light switch in here? There's a bloody hand mark on the wall. Put the match out so we can save it. I'm out. Now we could buy a healing item here, but I'm not going to yet. The clock, by the way, I'm pretty sure moves in real time. 33. Alright. Yeah, that means 33 minutes. Hip. You have to beat the game before midnight, in other words, in less than 2 hours, if you want to do one of the harder difficulties. But since I'm exploring and all that, definitely don't want to do that. Just neglect the noises, we're fine. Let's move deeper into the night then. It's locked. I don't know if we have unlimited matches or not. It's locked on the other side. Yeah, I can see that that's locked.